Hey, what's going on? It's James Mack. We're back with another video. This time I want to talk about why you should move to Miami in a hurry. Miami is on fire. We doing numbers out here. It's turning up. So you should move to Miami now. Not now, but right now. Before we get into this video, I want you to like it, I want you to subscribe, and I want you to share it. For anybody that might be thinking about moving to Miami or something like that, and they really don't know, their next step, or they don't know where to take it next, I want you to go ahead and share this video, with them so they can have some insight on why they should move to Miami. But with no further ado, let's get this video going. The first reason why you should move to Miami is the opportunity. Let's get into jobs first of all. There's so many different tech industry, or brothers talk about the tech industry jobs here, corporate jobs. Hospitality is like off the chain. So if you're dealing with anything with hotels, restaurants, or anything like that, this is where you want to be at, off top. Any type of real estate, any of that, you definitely want to be in a place like Miami because it's off the chain right now. And I'm telling you, you can make a lot of money, especially in a restaurant business or in the hospitality or the service industry jobs, clubs. You can actually make a career out of that stuff because it's crazy right now. It's booming. You're talking about people making $1,000 a night or more, in some cases. So, that's something you want to consider. That's something you want to look at, if you're somewhere where it's not really, doing numbers. And sometimes you got to get up and you got to move around. You got to go to a different place. If you're an entrepreneur, you want to start a business, you want to start a firm, if you got your education, you looking at jumping away from corporate America and you want to try to get into your field but do your own thing, this is the perfect place. Miami is the perfect place. If immigrants come here from different countries and do their thing, you can too. It's wide open. Entrepreneurs, come to Miami now. Come to Miami now. Open up your business, open up your club, open up your tutoring, open up your office, your firm, your mentorship, open up whatever, your car dealership, your car rental business. I mean, it's so, and I'm just touching the restaurant, I'm just touching the services. There's so many other things you can do here, when it comes to that. Once again, real estate, if you're doing wholesaling or you're into real estate or, you have something going on, this is the place where you want to try to come and do that. The market here is crazy. You can make a lot of money in the real estate business here in Miami. You know what I mean? So if you want to get into it, it's more than enough money out here. It's more than enough. It's enough for everybody can eat. Everybody can eat. It's a lane for everybody. So if you're into luxury market, and it's really talking to my people that's in the luxury market. If you're into the luxury market, you want to do the big deals. You're into the big deals, the big, stuff. But come on, if you sell boats, come down to Miami. If you sell yachts, you want to sell yachts, come to Miami. If you want to sell mansions, come to Miami. If you're an interior decorator, come to Miami. Artists, come to Miami. Models, come to Miami. If you any of these things, you need to get down here quick because Miami is only growing everywhere. I live in an area where they're actually putting up like 8 skyscrapers just in my neighborhood. 8 skyscrapers just in my neighborhood. So if you're into construction, foremans, apprentice, get down here, man. They have so many jobs when it comes to construction, when it comes to building these buildings. Brothers, if y'all can't find work in the city you in, come to Miami. There's work down here. You're going to be able to do your thing and get on. Trust me on that. Firms, whatever, come down here. It's a lot of money to be made. And that's what I got to say about that. The second reason why you need to get down to Miami is the weather. December right now, it's hot outside, man. I'm outside right now doing this video. As you can see, there's no wind, there's no rain, it's no snow. Once again, I'm sweating right now. I'm sweating a little bit, but it's cool, I don't even have to wear this jacket if I don't want to. There's people walking past me right now with shorts on, just doing their thing. So, man, you cannot beat the weather. You know, I'm from an area, you know, up north where it's always snowing. You know, it's always some snow showers. It's cold ice. That messes up your hustle. You know, that messes up what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? So when you're in an environment where you don't have to deal with that and you can keep your grind and your hustle and your job going, man, that's what I desire. You know what I mean? That's the type of life I like to live. I would go back and visit, you know, the cold weather regions, but I'm not trying to live there. You feel me? That doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Unless you're stuck there, unless you have situations that's holding you back there, you need to come down to Miami, get some of this weather. You can go jump in the pool. You can go skiing. You can go jet skiing right now in January and December. You can go jet skiing. You can get on yachts all year long. Man, you can sit on your balcony and do whatever you will do. You can do videos if you want to outside. I mean, you know, it speaks for itself, man. The weather is crazy out here, you know, especially in the wintertime, because that's the best time to be out here. It's cool, it's not too hot. It's just like a summertime in a cold winter state. So, you know, weather is something that is on point in Miami. That's another reason why I would move to Miami. If you're tired of the snow, you're tired of being -2 degrees where you're living at, then come on down here, you know. It is expensive, but you pay the price to live nice. All right, the next reason why you should move, and this is probably for the fellas, but this could be for the women too. Let me say women or men, you know what I mean, well, first I'm talking it's the women, bros, and I'm talking to the brothers right now, the women. The women down here is, woo-wee. You know, I've been a lot of places. I done seen a lot of faces. When I come to Miami, every day I'm looking at somebody new, a new woman, like, man, she is beautiful. The bodies is on point. The skin is on point. You know, they have a different type of attitude than some type of northern states that you may be used to, you know, when you get to know them a little bit, you know, and it depends, like, it depends. If you having money and you don't mind spending money on a woman, guess what? This is where you want to be. You know, if you got some money to spend, man, come on down to Miami and get you one of these girls and spend some money on them. You gonna have she gonna be by your side. She gonna take care of you. You gonna be straight, as long as you spend that money, you know. And when I say spend that money, I mean you taking care of her, making sure she's good, making sure her nails done, hair done, make sure she got somewhere to live or whatever the case may be. And you gonna have one of the baddest females you ever had in your life, you know. There's some good down home women in Miami, you know. You catch some on the other side of town, you know, sisters, you know, some good sisters down here that, you know, they successful, they doing good, and they looking for a good man, you know. So you come on down here. If you ain't got a formal education, come on down here and get some parts, some of this construction or something, and get on, man, and find you one of these sisters, you know what I'm saying, that really want to, you know, that really want to give a brother a chance, you know, or whatever culture you is. Come on down here and be a part of this here, because the women is off the chain. And from what I've been heard, for the sisters out here, the men is they got some, they holding it down. They doing their thing. So, you know, you want to come down here and find you a successful man, and you think that you got what it takes to hold it down, then, you know, come on down, because there's some brothers and some other cultures down here that would love to have you. You know, we've been seeing a lot of, you know, the interracial couples going up. You know what I mean? That's I see that a lot around here. So interracial couples is big in Miami. We're not hating. If you find somebody in the other race, sisters, do your thing. Well, Miami got that. The next thing I want to talk about why you should move to Miami is the food. Now, yes, the food is expensive, very expensive. But let me tell you something. It is good, man. It's good. You can literally, this is what you gotta watch out for though. Living in Miami, you can actually gain a lot of weight in Miami. So you gotta be careful with that, because there's a lot of good food down here. Yes, it costs money, but let me tell you something. You go to some of these restaurants like Prime Fish and Prime 112 and Steak 48 and all these different places, all these restaurants. Man, you talking about some of the most delicious food you ever had. You can go over here in the Cuban neighborhoods and get some of that good Cuban food. You can find some African food. You can find some Jamaican food. You can find some soul food. You can find some Italian food. You can find some Indian food. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So when it comes to food, especially on Miami Beach, because Miami Beach is where they really got all the good restaurants, from my opinion. And Aventura got a lot of good restaurants. So man, I'm telling you, like, if you want to eat good every day, if you got the budget to eat good every day, you come to Miami. It's good food, it's good. It's True Lux. I mean, it's good food down here, it is. So, any type of food you want, any culture, it's Chinese food, whatever you want, it's down here in Miami. So you just got to search for it, find where it's at. Man, if you are just on a healthy kick vegan, they got some nice vegan restaurants down here Happy's. They got some nice, good vegan restaurants that can hold it down. So if you're into food, you're a foodie, I wouldn't say you should move down here for the food, but that's an addition to you moving down here, is having good food and, being able to. The next reason why you should move to Miami, from my perspective, is the fact that it's a global city. What I mean by the global city? Well, you have people from all over the world here in Miami. And I mean, you could just about connect and talk and conversate and, align yourself with people from all over South America, all over Europe, Paris, France, I mean, all different places, Russia. You just got to carry yourself a certain type of way. You carry your certain type of way, you keep your vibrations up, your frequencies high, you can connect with a whole lot of different people here in Miami, so you can do business with all different type of people. You have, the Jury District, which I'm a part of. You have, Brickles, which got all these different type of people. You can be in high class or low class. It depends on where you want to be at. So that's on you. But the airport, Miami airport go all over the world. You can catch straight flights to Dubai, straight flights to Africa. You can catch straight flights to Israel, straight flights to Egypt. I mean, Brazil, Panama, Mexico, Argentina. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Wherever you can think, they got a flight leaving up out of Miami to go straight to that. Straight flights. They got straight flights to London, straight flights, anywhere you want to go. So if you want to do some traveling, because most likely wherever you live at now, if you going international, you're gonna have a layover in Miami or New York. So if you on a wave where you feel like you need to be an international traveler like myself, I'm an international traveler. So I need to get to places like Dubai and Israel for diamonds and Africa for gold and Brazil for leather and all these different things, because I manufacture. I'm an entrepreneur down here doing manufacture, building my brand. So if you're in that same alignment, then you need to be in Miami. You need to be here and cut the cost on your tickets to these different places you're going. I'm gonna do the blog because we headed to Japan in a couple of days to look for some watches. So this is where you want to be if you're an international. Last but not least, the next reason why you need to move to Miami, from my perspective, is the architecture. Miami is competing with Dubai and New York. New York got some nice buildings, don't get me wrong. They got some sky pencils, real skinny buildings that go straight up in the air. That's like nothing you ever seen before. But Miami is on the way. Miami is building buildings like you never seen before. They have one building that's coming up. That's the first pandemic-free building. So that means that if it's a pandemic, the building can shut down and seal itself, and nobody can get in, nobody can get out, but they got everything it needs inside the building: hospitals, gyms, schools. And then it got so much different filters on the air. It could filter the air out, so any infectious disease or anything that's outside, it won't come inside. You know what I mean? So they got even a green area where they'll do gardening at the top, so they can have their own food too. So it's crazy. So the buildings that's coming up in Miami, Oh my God, they trying to compete with Dubai. They got a curved building that they building next to my house or next to my building. They got all type of different stuff. So if you like architecture and you like, things of that nature, and you love sightseeing and you love seeing buildings and different sculptures and things like that, man, Miami is off the chain. You look at the boats, the yachts. If you want to go see the big boats, they have all that. The houses, man, the architecture on the houses is phenomenal. World-class designs. My new jewelry store is located in the new jewelry store, which is, state-of-the-art new designs from world-renowned, architects. So Miami, it's going to inspire you every day. So definitely, if you love architecture, if you're in an architecture field, or if you're in a field where you design things, you need to be down in Miami. Last but not least, and I'm gonna wrap this little video up right here, the vibe. Just the vibe. If you like going out, if you like partying, if you like that nightlife, oh, you gotta come to Miami. Period, point blank. If you wanna live that life, you got influencers. If you're an influencer, you gotta come to Miami. If you YouTuber, you gotta come to Miami. This is where it's at. This is where the movers and shakers are. You just gotta make sure they really movers and shakers and not fakers. But listen, Miami is that city for real. I had to, live. I'm living between here and Charlotte, but I had to come down here, and I'm so glad I did, because it really opened up another part of me, that I didn't even know was there. It made me so competitive now, because I was so lax in Charlotte. I was so comfortable. When I got down here, I really had to start raising my frequency and getting on point, raising my vibration up and getting to the next level, getting back aware, getting back on my tippy toes. And big cities will do that for you. You in the smaller cities, you start to get comfortable. You start not to really dressing correctly. You like, whatever. But you can't do that down in Miami. People always looking their best. So all that going out with bonnets on your head, and I'm talking to whoever, all that, walking around looking however you want to look, you can do it, but I would, what I'm saying? It pushes you to step your game up, And I'm stepping my game up, and I'm telling you, if you want to step your game up, if you want to get back on your square, if you want to tighten up, then come on down to Miami for a year or two. It'll tighten you up. It'll get you back on your square. And then when you go back to them smaller places, them slower places, it don't even feel the same. So I'm gonna wrap this up. The vibe is crazy in Miami. It's really a vibe. Really the water, the water in the air, the sun. Every day the sun really brings your whole vibrancy up to the next level. And you be ready to really get after your goals. So with that being said, like, subscribe, and share the video with somebody that may need some inspiration. They may be stuck in their city, or maybe a smaller city, and they really want to move around, but they just can't get that push. They really just can't get that thing to make them want to move around. Well, this may be that thing to make them move around, to make them say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and try. Because sometimes you can't let the cost of something depend on whether you do it or not, because you know what, God will always make a way, but don't be stupid, always prepared. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. Let your next move be your best move, and I'm gonna close it out on that. Like, subscribe, and share. If you want to know more about the jewelry business, go to James Mack, profitwithjamesmack.com, and tell me something. Am I right? Did I miss out? Did I leave out something? Share that with me in the comments. You know what I mean? I'm gonna reply. So you know what? I'm gonna holler at you the next time. We're gonna close this little video out.